Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give praise to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Call out Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone who tell us the truth. While shalom to Yakim, that push the way across the four corners of this globe with all truth and sincerity Ba'ashim, Barakah, Hakwadash. And pretty much, as we're touching a quick lesson, to really, to focus upon, at anywhere, Jake is at, or at any point, the situation, in any circumstance, the Lord, will always hear his people, as long, as they turn forth, and seek them. It's like, as long as they turn, towards Yahweh Shem Yahshai, and seek them with the whole heart, and, the Lord will hear them, man. Despite, like any circumstance, like the Elder Yahshua would be saying, how we are in the worst case scenario, man. Our nation, our people are in truly the worst case scenario, and see, in this time, the Lord is only looking, for his election, man. And in these last days, in this time, only the election, are going to seek the Lord, with the true heart. This is it's like a this is John chapter 4, verse 23. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshippers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeketh such to worship him. The Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him, must worship him in spirit and in truth. So, I'm gonna get this in Isaiah 55, because the Lord, it's like the election in these last days, are seeking the Lord, and worshiping him in spirit and in truth, and through his spirit, they've been led, to upright teachers, and teaching them upright doctrine, and understanding the true power, and understanding him, his image, and who he is according to truth, in spirit and in prophecy, man, all through the breakdown, of the precepts, by upright teachers, which we believe, is starting with the elders and apostles at Great Millstone on down to the bishops, and to the rest of the brethren. This is Isaiah 55, verse 6. Seek ye the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. That's what the Lord is looking for, man. You seeking him, you turning away from your wicked ways, seeking him while he may be found, man. Let me get this precept. This is Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 23. Have I any pleasure at all that the wicked should die, said the Lord Yahweh, and not that he should return from his ways and live? But when the righteous turneth away from his righteousness, and committeth iniquity, and doeth according to all the abominations that the wicked man doeth, shall he live? All his righteousness that he have done shall not be mentioned in his trespass that he had trespassed, and in his sin that he has sinned, and then shall he die. And the main point was in the 23rd verse. How the Lord doesn't want you, he doesn't take pleasure, in just causing judgment to happen upon his people, man. He wants you, to turn away from your evil, man. Because man, the judgment that's coming, the plague that's coming, it's gonna be gruesome judgment, man. Because for 2/3 of our people that refuse to, to get their ass right, with the Lord, man. That's refusing, to be, to seek the Lord, with their whole heart and spirit and in truth, man. You know, which ultimately the Lord blocked them, man. Because why? Because only the election, you know, you know, was this way, shown unto, and given unto them, for them to believe, and seek the Lord, man, and worship Him in spirit and in truth, man. And we don't know, who's of the elect. This is why, we move by fear in hopes to be saved, man. And we put our best foot forward, man. Because that you doing that, you understand the fear of Yahweh Shemi Ashad, that you don't know, if you are that number, man. You know what I'm saying? But we don't have our name, promised, and reserved, in the chariot, man. Which is why, we do the work, we fear the Lord, we keep the commandments to the best of our capabilities, we're being brotherly, loving our neighbor as our own selves. You know what I'm saying? All in what? In hopes to be delivered, man. So that the Lord, grant us mercy, so that, Lord willing, that we are of the election, man. That we do manifest to be of the election, man. But see, that all comes by fearing the Lord and seeking Him, man. Let me get this precept. Look, yeah. In Baruch. Okay, this is Baruch. This is Baruch chapter 4. Verse, verse 27. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Most High, for ye shall be remembered of Him that brought these things upon you. For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being your turn, seek Him 10 times more. For He that hath brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy again, which is salvation. And see, our people, are in the state right now of a complete loss and confusion, not knowing who they are, they believe that they Africans and, Kemet niggas and, just not understanding who their enemy is, why the fuck we were brought here over, to the Americas, why we're in the condition that we're in, and when the Lord show you the teachers, the watchmen, He revealing to you the truth. Matter of fact, this is Jeremiah chapter 6. This is Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 16. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. Also I have set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But they said, we will not hearken. So, the Lord has sent forth teachers and watchmen, to show you, to make you seek the old paths, the old ways. What's the old ways? The customs of your ancient forefathers, man. Seeking Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, their true power, throughout all their oppressions, and all their, their captivities, so that they be delivered, from this very same captivity, so that they be brought, back into their own land, But, Jake, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, in this generation, in these times, are saying no. Jake still want to be Christians, Jake still want to be, fucking Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Jake don't want to go back, to the ancient customs, man. So that Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he saves us, and sends forth His Son and delivers us, up out of this oppression, and ultimately, you coming back to His truth, you understand, you know, and you have rest for your soul, man. Meaning, you know the condition you're in, I mean, it's like you understand the reasons why you're in this predicament, you understand, that we transgress against our power, and now the Lord's having mercy upon us, by bringing us back to this knowledge, this wisdom and understanding of knowing who we are, and coming back, to our nationality, to our power, and calling upon Him in spirit and in truth and seeking Him. And the Lord, is going, what's the word? Like as we seek Him, we're found of Him, and the Lord's gonna keep us, But see, Jake is saying no. The majority of people are saying no, but except for the remnant, except for the very small individual few that's seeking Him, and the Lord is gonna only deliver those small remnant. This is Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 16. Matter of fact, verse 14. Again, the word of the Lord Yahweh Shemashah came unto me, saying, Son of man, thy brethren, even thy brethren, the men of thy kindred, and all the house of Israel, holy are they unto whom the inhabitants of Jerusalem have said, Get you far from the Lord Yahweh Shemashah, unto us is this land given in possession. Therefore say, thus said the Lord Yahweh, although I have cast them far off among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come. And that's dealing with the election, man. Because only the election, is the Lord, truly dealing with, man. And in these last days, they're the only ones that truly seeking the Lord in spirit and in truth and calling upon Him, and as it is written according to prophecy, those same, that very small remnant, will be delivered from this, from this destruction and wrath that's coming, and be brought back into the second covenant, and be restored as a whole nation again. In fact, as a new Jerusalem, of them, of them coming down the chariot in that, that new supernatural, celestial / terrestrial body, and a body to where you'll never be able to go off and transgress against the commandments, that covenant, man, through Yahweh Shai, that remnant will be brought forth into that, man. This is Baruch chapter 4. Verse 27. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry to the Most High, for ye shall be remembered of Him that brought these things upon you. For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek Him 10 times more. For He that hath brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy again with your salvation. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for He that gave thee that name will comfort thee. And now we're coming back into the time to where, we're calling back upon our power again. We're, acknowledging the Lord, and every time, Jake was to do that, the Lord will always, like in the book of Judges, anytime Jake was to seek the Lord will always send forth, like a savior, in that position, to lead forth His people, up out of the captivity that they was in. But in these last days, the Lord's, He about to send forth Yahweh Shai, His only begotten Son, to deliver His remnant, and it's gonna be the ultimate salvation, man. To the point to where, we ain't gonna no more go back into captivity, to the point to where Israel is gonna rule forever and ever, even forever, man, and no more go off, to where, because of our sin, we were led back, back into captivity. That time is gonna no more, happen ever again, because, once again, the second covenant, the new covenant, that's gonna be back, brought upon the election through Yahweh Shah. I'm gonna get this in Second Chronicles. Second Chronicles chapter 15. Start at verse 2. Actually, no, start verse 1. And the Spirit of the Most High came upon Azariah the son of Oded, and he went out to meet Asa, and said unto him, Hear ye me, Asa, and all Judah and Benjamin, the Lord Yahweh Shah is with you, while ye be with him, and if ye seek him, he will be found of you, but if ye forsake him, he will forsake you. Now for a long season Israel had been without the true power, and without a teaching priest, and without law. But when they in their trouble did turn to the Lord Yahweh Shah, power of Israel, and saw him, he was found of them. And see, at this time, the election are seeking out Yahweh Shah, and the Lord, is found within us, man. Us going out there in the highways and byways diligently, and bro, any troubles that we go through, brothers got numerous testimonies, though any situation that they go through of them calling upon Yahweh Shah, the power truly manifests himself, man, through his deliverance, through like a miraculous situation, man. Brothers got testimonies, man, including myself. I'm saying, but see, this is that mercy from Yahweh Shah, from them turning back, for his people turning back unto him, and seeking him, 10 times more with their whole heart, and turning away from their idols, and their bullshit, man, But this time it's gonna be so much so that that the Lord is gonna keep them through Jacob's trouble, because the elect are gonna call upon the Lord through Jacob's trouble, and the Lord is gonna truly manifest, his deliverance upon them through extreme miraculous situations, man. Because here it is, the enemy, is continuously, furthering, our affliction, and he won't let Jake go, to the point to where Esau's going to fucking come down upon the remnant, man. But the Lord, is going to truly make known who he's been dealing with, man. Which Lord willing that we hope to be part of the election, man. So much so to the point to where, he's getting ready to make the creation his weapon. But like it says in the Wisdom of Solomon, and which Lord willing, that we manifest to be part of that number, man, because of us seeking him, 10 times more, all the way unto the end. The Lord is going to show us, who he's been dealing with, man, and make it manifest, that, to that who we truly are, which Lord willing that we hope to be part of the election, man, But the main point, is, seeking him, man, and, throughout any situation, our nation was in, as long as, Jake, sought the Lord, turned to the east and sought Yahweh Shah with their whole heart, the Lord heard them, man, and was still dealing with them, man, I read again, this is verse 4, looks like verse 3. Now for a long season Israel hath been without the true power, and without a teaching priest, and without law. That's truly our people, man. That's truly our people. From dealing from slavery, all the way up until our elder high priest Abba Bivens, which is Elijah the prophet and John the Baptist in the reincarnation. And see, all prior to that, Jake was just out, just confused, man, into all types of bullshit, just without the true power, just no understanding, no direction, just out here being black people, Negroes, and literally, man, just fucking made spoil, before the faces of our enemies, man. Esau just fucking making sport of us, man. you know, the Jim Crow laws, you know, just you know, the whole era, you know, all the way up until, you know, Elijah the prophet, you know, manifesting himself and bringing forth, you know, this truth back upon our nation once again. You know, see, you know what I'm saying, that's the same equivalent, man. You know, and now we are back, you know, calling upon our true power, man. You know, Elijah the prophet, you know, truly fulfilling that, you know, that matter of fact, I'll go ahead and get it. You know, by making the children of the fathers. This is Malachi chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai. And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to their children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. You know, and truly, you know, him causing the heart of the fathers to their children, the heart of the children to their fathers. You know, by bringing forth this truth. Him teaching our elders, you know, and you know our elders today, you know, and on down to the bishop elders today, on down to you know, the prophets, you know, and us brethren today, you know, us teaching, you know, through upright doctrine, us coming back, you know, to who we are, you know, like in Ezekiel 37, you know, with the sinews being brought back upon the bones, you know, the flesh and standing, and then that breath. This breath is, you know, is once again back upon, you know, the nation, man. You know, through spirit and truth, man. And you know, we're once again seeking our power, you know, as we once was, you know, in the time of the ancient, in these last days. This I'm gonna go back to 2 Chronicles chapter 15. Verse 3. Now for a long season, Israel had been without the true power and without the teaching priests and without law. You know, in these last days, you know, us being in America, you know, we you know, for a long ass season, man, you know, just no, you know, no, you know, the ephod, you know, and you know, just you know, our whole order was just completely, you know, just spoiled, man. You know, but now through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, you know, that breath is once again brought back upon us, man. You know what I'm saying? Through the teachers whom, you know, the Lord has set up. You know. Verse 4, but when they in their trouble did turn to the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, power of Israel, and saw him, he was found of them. You know, and when these last days where the Lord, you know, is truly found of them that seeking him, you know, with their whole heart, you know, in spirit and in truth and uprightness, you know, with you know, understanding, man. You know, yeah, comment. That's basically the main points that I want to bring up for this lesson, man. Slow holding that all your brothers and sisters find satisfying. Until next time, I say shalom.